The world's a dangerous place. Get the industry's original and most trusted laser sighting system from Crimson Trace. A laser and light systems will enhance your effectiveness and help keep you and your family out of harm's way.
I'm a gun owner.
Your views, advice, and questions are the driving force of Gun Talk.
You know, I don't think that guns are scary things.
Visit us online at www.guntalk.com. Call Tom now at 866-TALK-GUN, 866-825-5486. Let us know what you think about the gun-related issues of the day. Now, back to Gun Talk.
Well, during the break here, I'm doing a little shopping online, actually trying to find another barrel for my Thompson Center Contender. Getting ready. Hunt season's coming up, you know. Got to be doing a little handgun hunting as well as using other things. I don't know what I'm going to use for some of my deer hunting, but I thought I'd do a little bit of handgun hunting. Just, it's fun. It adds a challenge. It's a little bit harder. So what are you getting ready for? What seasons are you gearing up for? And what are you doing? Do you go to the range? Do you start shooting offhand? Do you try different shooting positions? What is your procedure for getting ready? Or do you do anything at all to get ready for the hunting seasons? 866-TALK-GUN. We have some news breaking, of course, today. A little bit later on in the show, we'll have Evan Knappen. He's the attorney for Shaneen Allen, the lady who was arrested in Pennsylvania. Arrested in New Jersey, rather. She had a Pennsylvania carry permit, went into New Jersey, got arrested, is facing years in prison on that. But we have some breaking news there in that the prosecutor is now delaying the trial, maybe reconsidering her prosecution. We'll get some more information on that in about an hour. Carl called in a little while ago, and we've had him on hold. And Carl, thank you for your patience in Atlanta on line 3. How are you, sir?
Fine. Hey, Tom, if he did, I just wonder if there could be politics involved if there is a trial delay, because if the guy is one of the many gun banners out there, he could be delaying the trial to see which way the wind blows at come election time. If the certain people are voted in that are opposed to private ownership of guns, and the power swings their way, that might be what they're waiting for. And if it goes the other way, they might say charges are dropped. We'll let her go. We're not going to break up her home, take her children away from her, and send her off to a prison and make an example of her.
You could be right. We don't want to ever completely ignore the possibility of politics, because district attorneys are politicians first. They, frankly, build their careers on the backs of people they put in jail. And unfortunately, in some cases, that doesn't really matter if they're good people or bad people. It's just somebody they can put in jail and rack up their scorecard. And that's just the truth of the matter. That's the reality of the situation. And anybody who works in the criminal justice system knows I am telling the truth on this. However, in this case, politics may be working to our advantage, in which case the public opinion is strongly against the prosecution of Shaneen Allen. People get it. They look at this and say, this is a travesty. This is simply wrong. It must be stopped. And what's interesting, it's not just gun people saying that. It's people who are in the middle or even anti-gun are saying, look, and you'll hear them say it, we're all in favor of gun control, but this is not what we're talking about. We want to keep guns from the bad people, not from a single mother here who is raising 2 young boys, who has a good job, who's never been in trouble before. You don't put people like that in prison for years because you didn't have the right piece of paper. That is just wrong. But it has taken a lot of effort by a lot of people to get the message through. And it's not done yet. That's the thing I want to make sure that people understand. We're not done with this. You need to keep pouring comments in to Chris Christie's office, to anybody in New Jersey who will listen. I mean, up to and including the New Jersey Tourism Commission saying, hey, I will never be a tourist. I will never come into your state as long as if this is the way you treat people who are trying to obey the law. Trying to obey the law. And you say, yeah, but you screwed up. You didn't have the right piece of paper, so you go to prison for years. Sorry, if you'd had the right piece of paper, you'd be okay, but you didn't have the right piece of paper, didn't you? Ha ha. Sucks to be you. Welcome to New Jersey, sucker. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We're talking about concealed carry permits. Gazillions of people now have concealed carry permits. The last number I saw was 11 million. I don't know what it is. And of course, the thing is, in a number of states, you don't even have to have a permit to carry concealed these days. Well, joining me to talk about concealed carry and how you do it and how you find a good holster, Matt Craighead is from CrossBreed Holsters. Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Pretty good, Tom, and you?
Good. I guess you guys are probably selling a holster or two these days.
Yes, we're extremely busy this time of the year. Yes, we are.
Isn't it amazing? And you guys have been there watching this growth in interest in concealed carry and people saying, I am going to take care of myself. And there's this interesting process that goes along where people go, okay, I'm going to get my permit and I got my gun. And it's like they stop and look around and go, now what? How do I carry this thing? And that's when they, maybe not the first time out, but they eventually find their way to you, right?
Yes, it's kind of a trial and error out there, Tom. It really is. A lot of customers, we're their first stop, and we hear back from them and say we're their first and last stop. And we hear from a lot of customers that have been trial and error and said they found us and they finally found something they like. I'm like everybody else. I've got a drawer full of holsters and a box in the closet that says, well, I thought I'd like this, or I thought I'd like that, or this would work for that. And, you use it once or twice, and it ends up in that box in the closet. But, yeah, we have come across, and we're really working on several different ways to help customers out on their different needs.
Well, of course, CrossBreed is known for the hybrid holster. It's got kind of the larger, or say wider, but not thick. It's a thin piece of leather which spreads a hot point, if you will, your pressure point out, so it's more comfortable. But I think people should know that while you have that, and you have a number of those really good holsters, you also have branched out and you have other styles of holsters now.
Yes, yes, we do, Tom. We're working on the ankle holsters. We've got 3 out now. We've just released one that's specifically for the revolvers. It's got a little bit different cut and a little bit different form, and it works very well for the revolvers. Of course, most ankle holsters are generic, and a lot of our ankle holsters are generic to an extent that they work several different firearms. Right. And that's just something that goes along with being soft-sided. Now, when you step up and move into form-fitted holsters, or what we would call a pocket that's specifically formed for the pistol that you carry, we offer several different inside and outside holsters for that. A lot of people don't like to carry inside of the waist due to body type, injuries. I know a lot of people with rotator cuff injuries that just inside the waist doesn't work very well for them. So we offer several outside the waist holsters. Okay. So they don't have to lift their elbow quite as high to clear the gun. That's what the issue is? That is correct. It gives you more allowing to bring the pistol around, to tailor it, and you don't have to, what I call the rip and strip. You don't have to raise a piece of garment out of the way, untuck a shirt to draw a weapon, or pick up a shirt to draw a weapon. You can actually carry it on the outside of the waistband. Right. Okay. I get that. Now, I want to circle back just a second to the ankle holster. I don't want to leave that there because I want people to understand, why would you carry an ankle holster? Well, if fashion dictates that you can't, for whatever reason, carry inside the waistband or something like that, and while most of the guys can do a lot with tuckable holsters, a lot of the women's fashions don't allow that, and an ankle holster represents, to me, a really great alternative, because I'm not a fan of putting a gun in a purse, a good alternative for a lot of women. Yes, it does. It actually offers a very, very nice alternative for women, especially now that more women are wearing slack suits. I won't say a bell-bottom leg, but a larger leg is coming back in style. It's not a form-fitting leg. So that gives them lots of maneuverability, especially with an ankle holster. The thing they really want, they want to make sure they have a lot of room there, and to let their seam down just a little bit. because as you sit down and you cross your legs or you get comfortable, your pants or especially your legs always seem to ride up. So
sure,
you want to make sure that
the
cuff's going to ride up. So you want to make sure you have enough cuff there to keep yourself concealed. And it also offers a very a unique way to carry a very light pistol, a very small pistol that's very close to your body, but in not a normal place that people would look for. It's just it's a great opportunity to, and I hate to say that, if something happens, most people's natural instinct is to drop down and crouch or get low. So the minute you drop down and crouch to get low, you're already at an access point to your ankle.
Wow, that is a great thought, because we have started talking to people about, look, if something happens, you don't want to be the one who appears to be reaching for your gun and drawing. In fact, you need to work on techniques to be able to draw your gun without calling attention to yourself. When everybody else is dropping down, if you drop down, you're in a position to get out your ankle holster gun.
That is correct. That is correct. And then once, it's just a natural instinct. If something goes wrong, everybody usually has a tendency to hunker down or even drop down to their knees to lower your center of gravity. You make your target smaller. You try to get, usually if you're in a place, you're already down below desk level. So not only are you gaining cover, you're like I said, you're already in an access point. So it works very well for that.
Hey, Matt, can I get you to hold on a second here? I want to talk about holsters a little bit more, okay?
You bet you. I'll hang on.
All right, we'll do that. We're talking with Matt Craighead from CrossBreed Holster. We're talking about how to carry a gun, ankle holster, belt holster. I also want to talk a little bit about a belly band, if you've not considered that. Really good option for a lot of people, especially the way a lot of women are dressing now, because it's just harder with the body shapes for women to carry. Our number is 866-TALK-GUN, 866-TALK-GUN. We're talking holsters for the moment. I'll be right back with more gun talk.
The new Walther PPX offers a smooth trigger, ambidextrous magazine release, 3 integral safeties, rugged construction, and the famous Walther ergonomic grip. All this at a great price. Right now, get a free magazine, holster, and dual mag pouch when you purchase a PPX. Feel the perfect fit of the Walther PPX at your local gun dealer or go to WaltherArms.com for more information. That's WaltherArms.com.
What's that?
It's my Trijicon.
What's a Trijicon?
Only the best rifle scope in the world.
Says who?
How about the U.S. Marine Corps, Special Forces, Navy SEALs? You heard of these guys?
Sure.
Well, they're all using Trijicons.
Let me see it. Wow, this is really sharp.
And a lot of professional hunters are using Trijicon, too. You probably caught it on some TV and radio shows.
Yeah, I have heard some of them swear by their Trijicon.
I swear by it.
I could have been a Navy SEAL.
Well, the closest you're going to get now is buying a Trijicon.
Hey.
Trijicon is the brand of rifle scopes that more and more hunters are swearing by. That's because every Trijicon is handcrafted using the finest optic materials. The bright aiming point can guarantee you a great hunt from dawn to dusk. Get your Trijicon at a dealer near you or visit them on the web at Trijicon.com. That's Trijicon.com. Trijicon. Brilliant aiming solutions.
One machine, one operator. Each machine is run by a single pair of hands. Hands that spend all day, every day, learning the machine inside and out. We don't believe in quotas. The point is crafting faultless ammunition, no matter how long that takes. It's not quick or easy. Being the best never is. Black Hills Ammunition. It started with our hands.
Hey everyone, I'm Doug Koenig, winner of more than 60 national and world shooting championships. You know what? I'm here to tell you that the only thing I like better than competitive matches with high-powered pistols and better than hunting big white-tailed deer is watching NRA Freedom Friday presented by Cheaper Than Dirt on the Pursuit Channel. It's true what they say. Pursuit Channel delivers the outdoors.
In the war on terror, fighting crime in the streets, in competition, and homes around the world. One name in firearms stands out: Sig Sauer. Our pistols and rifles are renowned for their unfailing performance. This same commitment to excellence can be found in our line of SigTac accessories and the training offered by the Sig Sauer Academy for unmatched quality, reliability, and innovation when it counts. Choose Sig Sauer. Visit sigsauer.com today.
Stay connected with Gun Talk. Download the Gun Talk app for your smartphone and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Gun Talk Media and at youtube.com/Gun Talk TV. Now more Gun Talk.
All right, back with you. We're talking with Matt Craighead from CrossBreed Holsters. And Matt, I said I did want to touch at least briefly on the belly band holster that you offer, because for a lot of people, an appendix carry in the front of the pants is a real comfortable and quick way to get to a gun, and a belly band allows you to do that.
That is correct. The belly band allows a lot of people to do that. The belly band really offers a very nice way to carry a sidearm or a firearm next to your body, close to your body. Mm-hmm. A lot of joggers use this. A lot of people who wear what I would consider gym shorts, that kind of attire, wear this when they're athletically built and they're out, in places where they're in the park and they're wanting to carry a little extra. But also, this also is great for women that wear skirts. Yep. There's the side of a skirt isn't really able to support the weight of a firearm on a traditional style holster. So the belly band comes in and actually gives them a way that they can carry a firearm next to their body under a skirt and be very, very concealable.
Exactly. And that's the thing. And you put it, and then with the skirt, for those who don't know, then the skirt, like the the waistline goes over the belly band. So you wear it as though it's like an inside the waistband holster, but it's not being supported by a belt or the fabric of your pants. It's actually being supported just by the elastic of the belly band itself.
That is correct. And then it's kind of its own entity there. And then when a woman is getting dressed, she can just put her skirt on, or if I know a lot of women that wear these around the park to jog. When they put their sweatpants up over them, the hemline or the waistline goes right around it. It helps support it in there. It keeps it from moving around, and it is also a very solid. And we use a little bit different technique than a lot of the other belly bands do. Rob Pincus worked with us quite a little bit on it. We use our Velcro system, and you can actually angle the pistol to where it works best for you. You can carry it, it works very well anywhere between the 10 o'clock to the 2 o'clock position, and you can just rotate that angle to where you can draw it and it's comfortable for you. Now, I do know a lot of people that wear it further on back around the 3:30, 4 o'clock position. They wear slack pants, and they keep it there. They use a real slim pistol. They use the belly band, and it works very well for them. The other thing that we have really been recommending, people in wheelchairs, they have a unique disability that carrying a firearm is a different choice for them. The belly band, we have worked with a lot of people in wheelchairs. We have made a holster that runs almost the regular Ojai. You can run it almost horizontally. Now, that doesn't work for everybody, but people in the wheelchair, they're in a different circumstance anyhow. So we have offered the belly band, and and that's one of those, if you call into us, we can walk them through it. But I've had several people that are using the belly band with an Ojai holster horizontally, and I have had several vets that are just absolutely thrilled with this. This way they can still carry, because in a wheelchair they're already a little bit more of a target.
Yep, they're vulnerable.
Because they are disabled.
Yep.
So the predators look for the weak. It's just a known fact. So when these people are out there, they're already a target. And I can understand them wanting to carry, and we have had, like I said, several vets and several other people in wheelchairs that we've been working with the belly band, and it is just
great idea.
Phenomenal.
I love it. I think it's a great idea. Let me. I've got to hasten here. You can see all of these and all the cool things you guys are doing. You always have something new at your website, right? CrossBreedholsters.com.
That is correct. We are working on a new website. It's up and running. We're working a few bugs out of it, but it is up and running. We're offering lots of different packages together now that we never used to offer. Just about any holster we carry now, we offer a package. And if you order the package like a super slide or inside the waistband, the package will usually come with a holster, a mag carrier, and a belt. And as a package deal, it's 15% off.
Ooh,
so that gets a customer a good holster, a good gun belt, and a good way to carry some spare ammunition, all at a decent price that they can get in and get going with.
There you go. And they can order this directly from you off the website?
Yes, that is something you can order directly from us off the website. And again, that was www.crossbreedholsters.com. Or you can always call us, 888-732-5011, and we're more than happy to help you over the phone.
Perfect. Matt, thank you so much. I always like seeing what you guys are up to. You always have interesting solutions for people on how to carry. So keep it up, man.
Well, I appreciate it, Tom. We enjoy talking with you. We really do.
All right, you take care. All right, appreciate that. Real quickly, line 2, Marlon's with us out of North Dakota. Marlon, you got a suggestion for a youth deer gun?
Yeah. Well, I started loading shells when I was 14, and now my grandson is his first year for deer hunting. So, been odd shot all the calibers and whatever, but I think the 223 is an ideal youth deal. I've shot a lot of deer with the 222, and antelope too. But
yeah, and the thing that's nice about it with a 223 now, we used to say, well, it wasn't so good because all you had was varmint bullets. But now we've got real big game bullets for the 223 loaded up in ammo. So the key is if you're going to use a 223 for deer, pay special attention to the bullets. You want good controlled expansion bullets, and there are plenty of them out there. So don't use varmint bullets and don't use FMJs, and the 223 is a really good low-recoil deer rifle.
One of Talker Magazine's 100 most important radio talk show hosts in America. You're listening to Gun Talk, heard every week at this time on great radio stations across America. Stay tuned. Gun Talk is coming right back. Covering all aspects of gun ownership every week on this fine radio station. You're listening to Gun Talk with Tom Gresham.
All right, you're back with me. I'm back with you. 866-TALK-GUN. That'll get you in here. If you prefer, just shoot me an email, tom@guntalk.com. We have Twitter running right now. Over on Twitter, you can follow me at Gun Talk. Very simple. And, of course, you definitely need your Gun Talk app. That way you can listen at your convenience. You can hit a button on it. It'll call the show. You get yourself on. A lot of different things going on there. So the key is to keep up. By the way, why would you follow me on Twitter? If you are into guns and gun rights, it becomes your news feed because I am sharing news and articles several times a day. You become the best informed person on guns and gun rights in your office, among your friends, at the shooting range, at your hunting club, all for free because you're following me on Twitter at Gun Talk. That'll work. Mark is in Liverpool, New York on 3. Hello, Mark. What you got there?
Hi, yes. I have an older model 1148 Remington. It was my great-grandfather's, and I'm interested in starting to try shooting some ducks. Okay. And I want to know if I can shoot steel loads out of it. And it also has a unique, I've never heard of it before, or seen one before, but it's called the Power Pack Choke.
The Power Pack Choke, okay. Describe the Power Pack Choke for me.
Looks like some kind of like a compressor or something that sits on, or flash suppressor that sits on the end of the barrel.
Okay. And as it I'm looking at it now, You know what it looks like? It looks like there was a system called a cuts compensator. This looks like a variation of that.
Yeah, I guess it does look like a compensator. And then I actually just found the insert for it yesterday.
Okay.
And so I ordered one of those, and I was reading online. I was looking for some steel shot, and I read somewhere that not to shoot steel shot out of older model shotguns.
Well, part of that is the barrels, part of that's the chokes. I got to tell you, if I had a gun with this cool device on it, that thing is darn near a piece of history. I would not shoot steel through that because obviously this power pack choke system was made long before we were shooting steel shot. And steel pellets are much, much harder than lead pellets are. Okay. I would not... A couple of ways to go. You could poke around and see if you can find an aftermarket barrel for this shotgun. Just swap the barrel out. Keep that barrel with that cool device on it. Because, I mean, that's neat looking. I got to tell you, I just think that's like Jetsons kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, it was my great-grandfather, so I really don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, I would see if you could find an aftermarket barrel for that shotgun, or, of course, you certainly have the option of just getting a different shotgun and keeping this one as a unique piece of your family history.
Yeah, that's probably the way I'm going to go. I also have a Super Black Eagle. I'll probably just buy a barrel for that.
Oh, heavens, you're there, man. If you got a Super Black Eagle, you got the shotgun for duck hunting, so I would just rock and roll with that thing.
Okay, and thanks for giving me all the permission to buy all the cool stuff I got since listening to your show.
Hey, we got to help each other out. Now, when I need some help, I'm going to ask for your permission too, okay?
Sounds good.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Paul is in Tampa on 2. Paul, what's going down in Florida?
Hey, I thought I'd give you a range report on a new rifle.
Lay it on me.
Okay, it is a Chippewa M1-9. It looks like a clone of an M1 carbine with a synthetic stock put in 9mm.
Okay.
And the magazine takes Beretta 92 magazines.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I heard that, I could not let it go. And the neat thing is I have an understanding wife.
Okay.
I tried it with the factory mags. Works good. The only hang-up was the very first round was need a little help getting through the chamber, but after that, absolutely no problem.
Okay.
Then I tried the stock Beretta 92 mag, and they all worked. And then I tried an aftermarket magazine, which is an extended Beretta 92 magazine, which fits my Beretta 92, but the gun didn't seem to like that. I think there's probably some slight difference in tolerances between them.
Okay.
But Beretta 92 mags work like a charm. And as far as accuracy and everything, obviously a pistol caliber carbine is going to be as accurate as you point it. I can tell I'm going to need to add a sleeve to it or a sling. But I was shooting at 20 yards with that thing as accurately as I could at 3 yards with a handgun.
Son of a gun. So you're happy.
I'm a happy camper with a new gun.
There you go. Well, look, I appreciate the range report. We always love getting those things. Very interesting. Okay. This is it's Chiappa. Chiappa Firearms. Looks like the M19 wood finish, and they have, I think, a polymer also. I'm looking online. Chiappa, Chiappa. They're the guys that make that crazy Rhino revolver where traditionally in a revolver, as the cylinder turns, the chamber that fires is at the top of the cylinder, but with the Chiappa, it's at the bottom of the cylinder. So that's a little bit different. Well, it's actually a lot different. What it does is it brings the axis, the bore line, lower in your hand, greatly reduces the recoil. If anybody's ever shot the Chiappa Rhino revolver, if you have one, I'd love to get your take on it. I mean, I've shot it, and I just have a little bit of impression on it, but I've not taken it to the range a lot. I've not had a chance to shoot it a lot. So if anybody has a report on that, I'd love to get that. Otherwise, what are you getting ready for? What guns are you taking out? What are you doing to get ready for the hunting season? Rifles, calibers, scopes? You getting anything new? Even to a point of trail cameras. Have you seen what's going on with trail cameras? They actually have them built now so that they have in essence, a cell phone in it. And it sends you pictures. So when a deer or something walks by the trail camera, the darn thing calls you and texts you and sends you photos of whatever is going by. It's just amazing, the technology we have now. And, of course, we talk about thermal imaging. I got to tell you, the more I think about it, the more I think thermal imaging is probably a pretty cool thing just for even everyday hunting. If you had that little FLIR attachment on your iPhone, you could go out after you have shot something and find it with your thermal imaging. Can you think of any other uses you would use for that? 866-TALK-GUN, 866-TALK-GUN.
The Ruger American Rimfire Rifle combines features of the Ruger American Rifle and innovations of the 1022 Rimfire Rifle to appeal to all bolt-action enthusiasts. It features a modular stock system that provides comb height options for scope or iron sight use, a power bedding integral bedding block system for outstanding accuracy, a Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger, and a 1022 style rotary magazine for reliable feeding. The Ruger American Rimfire Rifle, another rugged, reliable firearm from Ruger.
For 36 years, the U.S. Sportsmen's Alliance has been fighting to protect hunting, fishing, and trapping for sportsmen from coast to coast. Today, we are under constant attack from extremist animal rights groups who want to end your ability to hunt in the U.S. Join us to protect our sporting heritage and our way of life outdoors. To join or for more information on how you can help, go to ussportsman.org. That's ussportsman.org.
Springfield Armory presents the Gear Up promotion. Until October 31st, customers who purchase any new Springfield Armory pistol can sign up to receive 3 additional magazines and a free double bag pouch by visiting gearup.springfield-armory.com. That's a value of up to $135. XDs, XDMs, the XDS, and all 1911s. To learn about all the Springfield Armory firearms, go to springfield-armory.com.
No matter what gun you have, you want it to hit harder, shoot faster and flatter, and be more accurate. You get all that with the ammunition from Double Tap. Double Tap's experts select the best bullets, then load them to higher velocities while keeping safe pressures. Shoot small groups. Shoot farther. Use custom hunting loads in your handgun or rifle. Even fire 2 projectiles with 1 shot. DoubleTapAmmo.com. That's DoubleTapAmmo.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Gresham. For more than 40 years, I've been watching an environmental disaster in my backyard, and it actually impacts all sportsmen in America. I'm talking about the massive loss of land on the Louisiana coastline. The U.S. Geological Survey said the swamps and marshes of coastal Louisiana are among the nation's most fragile and valuable wetlands. That land is disappearing. The Mississippi River Delta hosts as many as 10 million ducks and geese every winter. These are birds which migrate northward through the states, all the way to Canada. The wetlands of the Delta support some of America's best fresh and saltwater fishing. And here's the deal. The wetlands of the Mississippi River Delta are disappearing at a rate of 1 football field every hour. 1 football field every hour. Gone. We can reconnect the river with its wetlands and restore the Delta, but we need your help. Please visit vanishingparadise.org. That's vanishingparadise.org.
The world can be a dangerous place. Gear up with the industry's original and most trusted laser sighting system from Crimson Trace. Equipping your firearm with laser and light systems will enhance your effectiveness and help keep you and your family out of harm's way. Call 800-442-2406 or visit crimsontrace.com and receive a free copy of our new laser training video, The Laser's Edge. Crimson Trace.
A famous radio consultant once said he'd be off the air in a year. Whoops! Defending your Second Amendment rights since 1995 on over 150 radio stations nationwide. You're listening to Gun Talk with Tom Gresham.
Just got an email. That's interesting. saying that in Louisiana, the University of Louisiana Monroe and Northwestern State University, both of their police departments, we used to call them campus police. I think they don't like that anymore. But anyway, saying that they both got a double handful of full auto M16s from the U.S. government. Now, understanding this is a media report, and they may be confused on whether they're full auto or semi-auto, but given that they specifically made the point that these are full auto, and they said they're M16s, how do you feel about the campus police having full auto M16s? What's your first reaction to that? Training, yeah. Appropriateness. Where's the application? What's it for? If you're talking about taking on an active killer, which is generally one person, do you want to be going all full auto? Do you want to, yeah, good point. Do you want to spray and pray at drunk college kids? What is that all about? I would just love to ask, assuming this report is true, and I have to say, we've seen enough bad reporting on guns where it could be completely wrong. But assuming it's true, I would want to ask the chief of police of these campus police departments, what is your plan for having full auto arms on campus? What scenario do you envision where this is an appropriate application of force? I don't know. What's your take? 866 Talk Gun. How does that hit you when you first hear that? What was your first reaction? Line 3, Alan's in Sheridan, Arkansas. Hey, Alan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. What you think about these cell phone trail cameras?
Well, when you mentioned it, I don't have one, don't have any experience with one, and I don't really know how long the response time is, for the delivery of the cell phone.
Right.
But if you face in one direction, like I've got a creek bottom that I hunt, and the deer generally move up and down that creek bottom. Well, I like to face one direction, and then sometimes something comes in behind me. So if you had one of these trail cams that delivered you a picture and set about 100 yards back behind you, it could be used to alert you to movement coming in behind you. So
now that's an interesting idea.
So it would be a good selling point for the cameras, I'm sure.
Now, Michael's in the studio here saying maybe even a better bet would be to set up a real-time closed-circuit TV setup with some kind of a solar power or power inverter, and
Yeah, Michael, that must have some money.
Or what you do is you just get your son or your daughter say, sit over here and text me if you see anything.
Well, that's been done, I'm sure.
I'm sure it has. I'm sure people have tried everything.
On the fully automatic M16s, I'm old enough to remember Kent State. That didn't work out really, really well for them.
For those who were not old enough, just Google up 4 dead in Ohio or Kent State massacre and what can happen when things go wrong, and they did badly go wrong. So, yeah, it's a good point. Thanks, sir. Yeah, I don't know. It's we want to protect people, and I get that. And yet, man, it takes a lot of training. I mean, a lot of constant training to be really good to operate full auto. And then you say, okay, where are you going to apply this? What's the look, I'm not saying that patrol rifles, if they're semi-auto ARs, are not a good idea. I can come up with a lot of good reasons for that. In this case, it's the full auto. And look, I can say, if you're really trained up and you really knew what you're doing, way to go. Or they can say, well, we can always select fire and go semi. Yeah, really. It's like saying, I got me a Ferrari, I'm only going to go 55 miles an hour. I have the discipline. Yeah, right. 866 Talk Gun. How does that idea hit you?
Gun Talk stands for safety, personal responsibility, and common courtesy. To be a part of the show, call 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Gun Talk will be right back.
All right, back with you here. In just a very few minutes, we're going to have Avon Knappen, who's the attorney for Shaneen Allen, the Pennsylvania lady who was arrested in New Jersey for not having the right carry permit, facing felony charges, prosecution. The prosecutor would like to send her to prison for 3.5 to 10 years. Oh, yeah, you get an extra, you'll love this. You get extra time in prison if you have hollow point or expanding ammunition in New Jersey. Now, the police are going to carry that because, well, that's safer, of course. We know. Carrying hollow point ammo is safer. It's more effective. It stops criminals. It stops attackers. It doesn't overpenetrate. It has a number of great features. And yet, in New Jersey, if that's what you have, you can get additional time on your sentence for having what I would say would be the absolute proper ammunition for self-defense. Let's go drop down to line 1. Matthew's with us out of Metairie, Louisiana. Matthew, what's your take on this University of Louisiana at Monroe police getting M16s?
It would seem to me, Tom, that the penalty for cutting class at this university has gotten unacceptably high.
Well, somebody said, well, wow, if they are going to train these folks up a lot, then the tuition costs have to go up just to cover the cost of ammo.
No kidding. But I'm anticipating the parking people in New Orleans will be getting Laws rockets soon.
There you go. They have a drone with Hellfire missiles on them. And I don't know. I am left scratching my head at all of this. And we're working with the assumption that the news report was correct on this and that these campus police would actually have full auto M16s. And look, I'm a fan of full auto. I think it's very cool. It's just that where's the application? Is there a need to hose down people on campus? I mean, and those of us who are old enough, we do, like the caller said, we do have this image that pops into your head of Kent State. 1970. 4 dead. What event do you think is going to happen where you're going to need suppressive fire? I mean, that's what we're really talking about. What do you think is going to happen here? Could that time, energy, money be spent better training your officers with what they have, regular patrol rifles, shotguns, handguns? Do you get them to the range once a month, or is it once a year? Because once a month is barely adequate. Once a year is woefully, terribly, tragically, possibly inadequate. Oh, but there's no money. Yeah, I get it. Right, I understand. Kind of makes me want to revisit the whole guns on campus thing. Yeah, I know. That would get ugly, too. Just, I don't know. Before long here, and I don't want you to go anywhere because I want you to, this is very important. We have this breaking news. We're going to have the report on what's going on in New Jersey, the thing that you have been able to do, all these donations that you've been making, that we've been putting up money for the billboards, calling the state, calling Chris Christie's office, sending emails, doing what you can to help Shaneen Allen. They're having an effect. The prosecutor is making noises as though he wants to back out of it, find a way out, to try to get that. I think maybe the prosecutor has figured out, what do they say? When you find yourself in a hole, the first step is to stop digging, maybe looking for the back door. We'll find out. Tell you what, when we come back, we'll have the latest news from New Jersey, what's going on with the Shaneen Allen case. This is a case we all need to pay attention to, no matter where you are in the country, because this is what happens when gun laws are used against us, which is what they always are, because the good guys don't pay attention. You want to hear this.
No black helicopters here, just the facts about gun rights and gun ownership. This is Gun Talk.